River cruising in Europe has a reputation of being expensive, but it doesn't have to be out of reach. Everyone's budget is different, and if you're dreaming of that river cruise experience but need to keep things affordable, today I'm sharing 9 smart tips for booking a river cruise on a budget in 2025 or 2026. I'll show you real price examples from top cruise lines like Viking, AmaWaterways, Avalon Waterways, Uniworld, Emerald, and Scenic, Amadeus, so you can see what the real value is. And stay tuned until the end because I'll also share a helpful budget comparison tool you can use and a bonus tip most travelers completely overlook. If you find this video helpful, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel. It really helps me making videos like this. I'm Oksana with Signature Travel Channel. Today I'm sharing my top budget travel tips for river cruising. Let's dive in. Number 1, cruise during the off-season. Spring and late fall are the best kept secret for budget-conscious river cruisers. We're talking April, early May, late October, and even November. During these months, you'll enjoy lower cruise prices and fewer crowds. I cruised the romantic Danube with AmaWaterways at the end of October, and I truly loved it. The towns are less crowded, the fall colors were breathtaking, and the cruise fare was excellent. Yes, we had light rain 2 mornings, but the rest of the days were crisp and clear. And honestly, you can get rain in July too. Now to prove my point, let's look at real price examples. To compare off-season pricing, I selected romantic Danube itinerary for 2026 with AmaWaterways. As we can see, on March 14th, the price starts at $26.99 per person. This is amazing price. It still is great on March 28th, $3,099 per person. And then it goes up in May and June, and July it's $39.49 per person. The peak season I think would be September. Yes, it's $48.49 per person. And then as we're talking about off-season pricing, it goes down in November, $3,099 per person. So this is the same itinerary, it's just different time. When would you like to go? Number 2, booking early can actually save you money. If you want the best price and the best cabin, book early. Unlike ocean cruises that often offer big last-minute discounts, river cruises rarely do. Why? Because most cruise ships have only 70 to 80 cabins, and sailings, especially popular ones, tend to sell out months in advance. The best time to book is 12 to 18 months in advance. That's when prices are still at the lowest. Early booking discounts may be available. You'll have the best cabin selection. If you know when you want to go, don't wait. If you hold out for a last-minute deal, there may be no cabins left or only the most expensive ones available. Now to prove my point, let's look at the real price examples. I selected similar itinerary romantic Danube with Viking River Cruises. And let's look at 2025. So now at time of filming is July. And to the rest of the year, if we wanted a last-minute deal, there's nothing available. In October, there is only one cruise, October 26 available, starting from $11,499 per person. So let's select 2026 date and look, all months are available. So many dates. You can scroll down. The pricing are great. Starts from $26.99 per person in April. Let's look at August. We can see that all dates are available. That's why booking early is very important. Tip number 3, opt for shorter cruises. Most river cruises run for about 8 days, and then of course there's the big ones like Viking 14-night Grand European Cruise. But if you're not ready to commit to a full week, let alone 2, there's a smarter, more affordable way to try it out. Consider a shorter itinerary. Not many cruise lines offer them, but a few like Avalon Waterways offer 5-night cruises, and Riverside Luxury Cruises offer 3, 4, 5-night cruises that are perfect for a taster river cruise. This is a fantastic way to overall feel the river cruise without the high cost or long time commitment for a 7 or 14-day sailings. Now, to prove my point, let's look at some real price examples. Look at Avalon Waterways short river cruises to Europe, and look at that, 2026 Christmas time in Germany. The 5-day costs $2,400 per person. There is also Danube cruise, and it's 6 days, and the price is $24.14 per person. These are really amazing prices. As an example for Riverside Cruises, I also selected Danube itinerary and it's only 4 days. And for next year in April, the pricing starts with $1,430 per person. Then it's a little bit more in September, it's $2,160 per person. But this is just an example of amazing pricing if you just wanted to try the taste of river cruising. Tip number 4, choose cruise lines that don't bundle everything, especially excursions. If you're in a tight budget and you're a kind of traveler who likes to explore on your own, or maybe just wants to take a couple of curated tours and then wander at your own pace, it actually makes sense to pick a river cruise line that offers a la carte excursions or sells packages separately. One great example is Amadeus River Cruises. Their pricing is very competitive because excursions are not automatically included. This model gives you control and lets you pay only for what you actually want. Now to prove my point, let's look at some real price examples. Amadeus River Cruise Line's classical Danube cruise. This is 7-night, 8-day cruise, and look at this pricing. So the price starts at $24.54 per person, and even in August, look at this pricing, $26.91 per person. Remember, the excursion is not included, so they have special packages. If you wanted one excursion per day, it's basically $464 extra per person. They have package A, B, or C, or you can just select the tour that you like. For example, if you just want to go on Vienna Imperial Discovery Tour, it's going to be $59 per person. Tip number 5, be smart about cabin selection. To get the full river cruise experience, I recommend choosing at least a French balcony cabin if your budget allows. There's something truly special about waking up, opening the floor-to-ceiling glass door, and watching the towns and vineyards glide by. Now, many people will say, "Oh, I don't spend that much time in my cabin anyways." And yes, that's true. On a river cruise, you're off the ship for excursions, enjoying meals, or relaxing in the lounge or the sun deck. So if you're on a tight budget, go with the lower deck. You'll still have a cozy space with access to all the same public areas and services. These cabins don't have balconies, but they do have natural light. Now to prove my point, let's look at some real price examples. So let's look at Uniworld Danube itinerary this time. And like you can see, the deluxe balcony is about $4,300 per person, and it's really nice. But if you wanted to save some money, it's actually about $1,300 cheaper. The classical Bavarian deck is about $3,059 per person. Recommending Danube itinerary again, and so French balconies price starts from $45.99 per person, and if you wanted to save some money, the standard room would be $3,099 per person. So it's about $1,000 to $1,500 saving per person per cabin. Tip number 6, take advantage of promotions. River cruise lines run different promotions throughout the year. Depending on the offer, a cruise that looks more expensive at first could actually give you more value for your money. Some of the most common valuable promotions include early booking discounts, free or discounted airfare, onboard credit to use for drinks, spa or souvenirs, loyalty programs for free upgrades, 2-for-1 cruises, and so on. And remember, each cruise line runs its own set of specials. So while one line may look pricier on the surface, the promotion could make it a better deal overall. Always check the special offers or deals section on each cruise line website. AmaWaterways, Avalon, Viking, Scenic, Emerald, they all regularly update these pages. Now to prove my point, let's look at some real price examples. The best offer is at time of filming, so AmaWaterways have anniversary sale, triple saving sale, early booking rewards up to $2,500 per stateroom, complimentary round-trip airfare on select Egypt departures. Emerald has 2-for-1 fares plus free air. Some of itineraries on Uniworld are save up to 40% per person. Viking has their own sale, which includes free international airfare, and AmaWaterways have different other ones too, with free air or save $1,500 per person on select itineraries. So it just depends what are the specials that river cruise companies run at the time of booking. Tip number 7, group discounts and perks. If you're traveling with friends or family, ask about group offers. Most river cruise lines offer special pricing or added perks for groups. If you're going to travel anyways, why not to bring a few friends and make it even more memorable and affordable? And speaking of that, I have a special group sailing coming up in May 2026 on the classic Danube itinerary. I'd love to invite you to join us. If you're interested, I've included the link to learn more about down in descriptions. Tip number 8, don't forget about airfare. When budgeting for your river cruise, always factor in airfare early. It is a small detail that can make a big difference in your total trip cost. Airfare is not usually included in river cruise fares unless you book during a special promotion. So even if you score a great last-minute cruise deal, you'll still need to look at flights to Europe. And flights booked within a few months of departure, they can be very expensive, especially since many river cruises begin and end in different cities. That means you may need to fly into one city and out of another, transfers between airport and ship, and extra nights before or after depending on your flight schedules. Now, to prove my point, let's look at some real price examples. The quick example of the flights on United Airlines for the Danube River Cruise itinerary, and the last minute price per ticket is $1,973 per person, comparing to the flight in April 2026. It's going to be just $1,299 per person. So here you go, $700 savings per person. My last tip, and I truly believe it's one of the most important, is use the travel advisor. Now, I know a lot of people like to do their own research. You want to be in control of your trip. I totally get it. That's probably one of the reasons you're watching this video. But if you find something you like online, remember, river cruise is a big investment. And if you're planning something this special, wouldn't it be smart to have someone knowledgeable in your corner? Especially if you're trying to stick to a budget. A travel advisor who specializes in river cruising might have exclusive discounts not available to public, and even complimentary extras like onboard credit or included gratuities. But here's the key. Not every travel advisor understands the river cruise world. You want someone who does this day in and day out. Let me make it easy. Click the link below and I'll personally help you plan. Before you go on booking the river cruise, here are 2 extremely important things I want to leave with you. First, always compare apples to apples. When you're comparing cruise lines, don't just look at price tags. Look at what actually included. There are actually several cruise lines offering similar itineraries, but each one has its own style, inclusions, and pricing model. That would be like saying all chocolates is equal, and you and I both know that it's not true. A cruise line that looks cheaper might not be cheaper once you add in extras. It's like booking a $99 flight and then paying $300 for your carry-on. Don't fall for the low price trap. Second, never save money on travel insurance. It's not exciting, but it's really important. Don't treat travel insurance like an optional dessert. It's the main course of your travel safety, included in your river cruise budget from day one. Life happens, and I've seen it all: medical issues, lost luggage, flight delays, and emergency cancellations the night before departure. And when you're investing thousands of dollars in a river cruise, skipping insurance could mean losing all of it. There is a big difference between the basic insurance offered by the cruise line, which often only covers the cruise portion, and comprehensive travel insurance policy that protects your entire trip. As we wrap up, here's one final tip, maybe the most important one of all. Make memories, not money. Yes, budgeting matters. Yes, comparing cruise lines and watching for deals is smart. But in the end, what really counts are the memories you make, the cultures you experience, and the moments you'll talk about for years to come. These tips I've shared today are the starting point, tools to help you make the most of your river cruise without breaking the bank. But always tailor your choices to you and your style, your priorities, and your travel dreams. And to help you get started, I've created a free river cruise pricing comparison worksheet. It's a simple way to compare different cruises. Just remember what we said earlier, always compare apples to apples. Now I want to hear from you. Do you have a budget-friendly river cruise tips or a story about saving money while sailing the Danube or Rhine? Drop in the comments below. Let's help each other travel smarter. And if you found this video helpful, it would mean the world if you like to subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss the future videos. Thanks for watching. God bless you and travel the signature way.